What's left now is for Shopify to lock in B-Boy's carry, and they're going with the Kai'Sa.
Dude, this game is going to be exciting no matter what, because the map is going to be spread and there will be picks everywhere from both teams.
Yep.
There is so much damage and long range.
So much more limited too when you consider the fact Seos doesn't have his flash to try to make an engage play to set it up bottom. In the mid lane, Palafox had to use his ulti to escape Yuji's gank that didn't even require the Grand Star.
Cross map there does not work out. TL were about to make 2 successful plays on opposite sides of the map. Extreme lead with this tower, so they might turn the objective bounties back on here, still with 0 kills. And controlling the entire Rift. Okay, Shopify, though, they do have contracts up by the Rift Herald. This might be the first thing that they can get. Oh, they also have 1 flower.
Okay, so they have 1 flower petal.
Yeah.
That's more. Yeah!
Whoa!
Yeah, let's
There
go.
we go.
All right. They're
One
on the
petal
board.
at a time.
They're on the board. Okay.
Flowers, you win games 1 petal at a time. Oh, okay.
1 petal at a time, but immediately APA throws out the Weaver's Wall, and the Herald fight is not going to be easy. CoreJJ tackling in as Seos takes a bunch of damage, and a very nice equalizer down over the top arrives from Impact as the curtain call opens and Contracts is stuck in the front line. Yon's grabbing the first blood, and it's already 2 dead. We're in Shopify jerseys. Team Liquid wants even more as the seismic shove doesn't connect, and the first time Shopify fights for one of these neutral objectives, Team Liquid gear to climb out of this one, man. As Shopify, they've got the Drake down to about 5,000. Team Liquid just waiting for their moment to try and strike. APA goes for the seismic shove, but does not find Fudge. Rift Herald going to be summoned up, at least as a distraction. Yuji leads the charge. Palafox has to try to run. Contracts already looking to create some space, but both solo laners on Shopify are at death's door. The Dragon's going to be overtaken. Yon with a kill on Palafox. Beautiful shooting from the Team Liquid AD carry. Everybody on Shopify's dead. Team Liquid takes the Drake. Team Liquid takes everything. It's a 7-0 game with a 7,000, make it 8,000 gold lead.
Honestly, I'm a believer in Spawn's an equalizer, and then he was out of the fight. Like we're having fun here. APA's running over people with the Rift Herald.
Oh, hold on, Yuji in some danger. Shopify might finally find themselves a kill, a shutdown for B-Boy.
But Shopify are going to need more than that. Here they go. They know the only way to get more is to fight for it.
The only way out is in, but they're not going to get there with Steadfast Presence blocking the way. APA now in a little bit of danger as B-Boy wants to continue the chase. Team Liquid falling back with their squad of 3. Palafox wants APA, but he ain't going to find him. Impact arrives. The cavalry is here, and Contracts needs a little more damage. Finally, we'll take out CoreJJ, but Palafox and B-Boy have already died for it. Team Liquid looking for more.
Auto-attacking those, and they will pick up the Otacon in the aftermath. Of course, they're still looking 2 minutes, 40 seconds ahead into the future towards the Cloud Soul. Shopify have clearly made the call, okay, let's just full send at every opportunity that we get. We are so far down.
Yeah, before the Otacon was taken, the flower count was 5-5. Now hold on, nice potential play here from Shopify. Need more damage to finish off APA, and Contracts is there to provide. Now with a Realm Warp coming in from Fudge, Shopify may have found their angle. Yuji's in some danger now with no Pantheon shield left. He'll get picked as Palafox wants to flash in for the charm, but he can't land it, and Impact's on a killing spree with a nicely timed equalizer. Fudge trying to keep the Team Liquid top laner away and at bay as Yon continues moving forward. Contracts stuck inside the pit, gonna get cooked up by Impact as Yon is just blasting these guys. Fudge and Seos gotta run, and right when it looks like Shopify might have found one last shining light in the darkness, Team Liquid puts it out. Triple kill
to come back.
Oh, hold on. Already the next fight is started up as Contracts in the middle of everybody creates some space, but Yon is just way too strong. Impact's got to try to get back.
Another
Shopify make it a 1-for-1 trade here with the start. B-Boy's about to drop, and the Comet Spear from Yuji seals his fate as a double kill for Yon hits Palafox. Yuji's ready to rejoin the fight as the curtain call opens up. Seos, he dodges the first 2 bullets, he dodges the third, but the 4th shot gets it done. Tree, and that'll be Dragon Soul for TL.
Yep, they finally claim that. All right, now with all the extra move speed, the map
here on the Jhin, he's 5,000 gold ahead of his lane opponent, and now CoreJJ and Impact have found another one. There's burgers on the grill, and they look. It's a nice combo.
Yeah,
it works out pretty well.
All
unless you're
natural.
Seos, then you're not happy with it. He is not looking to go to that restaurant as we've got the Baron secured 25 minutes.
Kind of crazy that we're even considering, like, will this be as much of a stomp as that, FlyQuest Cloud9 series? already. Shopify, though, they have been able to fight some kills back for themselves, so you know, they're scrapping a little bit. It's just that they're so far behind, the base basically melts in front of them.
Yeah, this is quite the performance here from Team Liquid, as Shopify Rebellion cannot hold their tier 3 turret here in the top lane. That inhibitor is going to fall right after. The Baroned up minions will guarantee it. 2 more shots, I think, from that cannon, or maybe just the little guys will get it done there. It goes. Inhibitor down in top lane. 13,000 gold lead for TL, as Shopify are trying to scramble and defend these remaining 2 lanes. Luckily, the bottom lane is all the way down at the TL tier 2 turret, so they don't have to worry about that one right now. But that was one auto attack from Yawn. Now Palafox nearly just burns away to the equalizer. Luckily, did not have to use the ult or the flash to escape there. But with him so critically injured, TL know that there's no way for Shopify to defend. They're going to force down
Collector and IE build. You know, of course, we have the rapid fire in there, but APA is back out again.
Oh no, they're going after Seos once more. That Alistar tries to escape, but he knows he's just dead, and now the steadfast presence stops B-Boy in his tracks. The bottom lane of Shopify Rebellion eliminated, as TL just secure their position with the minion wave. Get ready to push down this last inhibitor that's still standing on the Shopify side. It's a 5v3 for the next 20 seconds, and TL have a 13,000 gold lead to just force the end of the game on those numbers. Fudge, Palafox, and Contracts are going to need more than a miracle here, as Yuji just immediately jumps forward. Palafox is taken out. Contracts wants to use his ulti to make some space, but it's not going to work. Impact takes him out of the picture as Fudge drops the Realm Warp. Core JJ tackles him right back out of it, and Team Liquid is looking to farm a couple of fantasy points before this one ends. Those turrets are going to die just to the minions. Seos and B-Boy are back alive, but for how long? B-Boy and Seos just trying to dodge the shots. Team Liquid slams game 1.
15.7 thousand golds, and he'll just play around the Scion and not through the Scion.
Right. You're not going through him if you're building lethality.
You're going around that wide Scion.
Yeah. Let's
that's the Varus' job to kill that thing.
Well, it is going to be a pretty tough over to the objective, and Shopify Rebellion are going to claim the first Drake.
This is why junglers probably complain about
APA, but the farm stays even, and that's what matters. Contracts just waiting in the jungle as Yuji puts a control ward in the brush to find the Kazakhs, but now it's Palafox ready to back him up here with a grand entrance. Yuji still just trying to trade with the enemy jungler as he gets away. APA with a nice tangle barb to lock up the Galio as Impact arrives with a big Scion ulti, and it's first blood back over to APA. Fudge ain't gonna get anything back because Yuji cuts him down before he can try.
Then they make the play with the early rotation from Fudge and flash from APA, but Impact's able to make such a huge play with his ulti that APA can then turn with the Nico ult, and Yuji is able to come back, and so they all are able to collapse and kill Shopify on the way out of the jungle. They got so deep. Just another little scrap, no harm, no foul. Another ultimate from Impact here, though. Does get the flash, more high value there. Can he walk away?
Still just trying to escape the Jace. Fudge has a lot of damage. Flashback out from Impact. Wants to try to get away from the accelerated shock blast. Impact just barely holds on. That one was like 60, 70 HP. But this is payback for the earlier Palafox escape. It's now 1-1 on the cheating death for both teams.
Okay. 1-for-1 on flashes, too. So this lane is going to get ganked. Teleport does come in. Those things take pretty long to arrive early.
Yeah. And let's see if APA can get anything here. Goes in immediately for the Pop Blossom. There's the Tangle Barbs. Follow-up is there. But Team Liquid is not about to let them have this third neutral objective, at least not without a fight. Over the wall, though. Nicely done from Contracts, stealing away the Drake. That's going to secure them the neutral objective feat as Seos has to try to escape. Yuji going in a little bit further, uses the Viego ulti to try to buffer through some of the CC as Core JJ sets it up. Yuji is going to immune the rain of arrows there by possessing the bomb. And they need to sell all of this crap and make sure that they can find their vengeance against TL, who's just immediately looking for another one here on Fudge. Last little bit of damage from the Scion isn't quite going to find the target, but TL ain't done yet. Flash in from Yuji. Needs one more hit there with a big Viego sword, and he stabs Fudge right in the back.
But regardless, with the bot side play, Shopify try and counter on top side.
Ooh, nice grab there on the Core JJ. Seos hits that one, and they find the pick on TL's support. That was so close. The Mystic Mystic Shot got it down to 1. That was nearly stolen by Yon. Just barely misses it. What is this game, man? Okay, so now it's
League of Legends.
It's one survival for Shopify that thought they looked like it shouldn't happen, one for TL, and one for neutral creeps. We've got one point for everybody. And Impact is going to take first turret of the game here for TL. That will be the decider.
Level 11 is always so big.
Yeah. Massive for him as CoreJJ jumps over the wall, and B-Boy is going to be your target, but Yuji can't follow it enough just yet. That's okay. Impact has already arrived, and Seos has already died. Team Liquid sends everything in the kitchen sink, and they'll find their kill, but Shopify are
coming over to help, though.
Yeah, that Rift Herald going to put some serious damage into the Tier 2, even take it down. Nicely done by Fudge. The gold lead for TL was almost up to 2,500, but after Fudge takes down that Tier 1 and Tier 2 turret combo, it's back down to 1.5K. So still playable, still manageable for Shopify, but we're going to have to see them win a fight, and it don't happen like this. APA picking up another one as Contracts falls. Palafox wanted to reinforce him, and they're going to get the kill back on CoreJJ to make it a 1-for-1. Now even further damage finds APA, who's got to try to escape, but the winds of war are blowing, and they are knocking him right over. Trying to escape a little bit down here on the bottom side as Team Liquid scrambles to look to join back up with them. The Otacon likely to reset the aggro. Palafox stranded a little bit, tries to go in after APA, but he can't find the lockdown he needs. Team Liquid still looking for the chance to fight as Yon fires the Mystic Shots back towards Seos. Palafox is about to die before the fight even really starts. Seos should probably be the next one. True Shot Barrage going to force him back over to the side as Impact's in the middle of everybody, just buying time. Shut down over to B-Boy, who continues to try to escape, but it's CoreJJ with a massive crash down Magnet Storm, and nobody on Shopify's walking away from that one. Ace for Team.
Used as an engage mechanism there for Palafox. He was so deep past the Otacon and into the entire Team Liquid team to fall up on damage, and so Team Liquid have a really good turn there.
Palafox now gets stunned up again. The follow-up from CoreJJ is right there. Palafox is struggling, and
got counter-killed with multiple kills going over. Now, basically, if you play Kha'Zix in this, well, never mind, here we go.
They try to grab somebody, but it's only Impact. The Scion now going to use the ulti to disengage off to the side, down towards that bottom side river, where Yuji is already working on the next Drake. Now, last time around, yes, Contracts was able to steal one of these away, but not this time. There's no way to get close enough.
Always your second evolve, just because it allows you to play some of these areas, but see if they can pick anyone off, because surprise counter kills, I guess, are some, through a lot of peel, that's going to happen.
Well, they're going after him right now. Contracts coming around from the side, but Team Liquid is undeterred. Yon just immediately forcing Contracts away, and now Palafox again is too far forward. He tries to get out, but the crash down Magnet Storm from CoreJJ is ready to seal the deal. Palafox dead again as Contracts tries to separate from the rest of the team and disengage down into the river, but we are not done yet. Yuji with the stolen Galio body, and APA sets up 2 more.
He can handle a blue buff, though, Flowers.
Okay, he can beat, I would hope he could beat the blue buff. That would be some real dire straits as Fudge jumps in after CoreJJ with a 2 to the skies. APA doing a good job blocking that one up, and now Fudge knows there's not a whole lot more for him to try to do. Baron at 28 minutes here, but he is also perplexed at something. He is confused somewhere as CoreJJ, it's a crash down Magnet Storm, but the follow-up isn't there, not yet, as now Seos and B-Boy have to try to get away because Impact's made his way forward. Young gets over the wall with just 50 HP, but he finally dies this time. Impact keeps on looking for more as Shopify have already given a double kill over to Yuji, who goes in for the triple on his first
booster from CoreJJ, but this one was really nicely played from the very beginning.
That's what I'm saying, man. You give him those first couple of softballs in game number 1, and now he's ready to knock this thing clean out of the park. Contracts jumps in after APA, looking to take him down. Contracts about to die. It'll be a
one like that. You're smiling when you get a counter kill. He was able to get through the spell shield from the Edge of Night, and still good for 1.
And remember Nico's Q, those, I'm trying to remember the name of it. For some reason, it's completely escaping me.
The Tangle Barbs? Is
no, the Tangle Barbs is the E.
The Blooming Burst.
Yeah, the Blooming Burst. I was going to say Blooming Blows because that's Lilia's. Devs, we need to change the blooming to something else. There's too much blooming. But whenever that Q hits, it re-pops up to 3 times. Yeah. And so when you're stuck on top of the Tangle Barbs, it doesn't matter if you have the Galio shield. You are in some real deep water on that one as Team Liquid just continues their push, 20-8 on the scoreboard. about to have a 6,000 gold lead if they get it. But they don't have the Baron any longer. It is a little bit difficult. Still with a 5,000 gold lead, though. Seos tries to start things up, but Core JJ is happy to turn it right back around. Shopify needs to send their support back to the fountain and heal him up. Yes, Core is low as well, but it's not going to matter too much. Beautiful shot from Yawn straight through the back. Palafox about to die now as well, as Team Liquid just continues finding opportunities again and again and again. Now moving back to that tier 3 turret up there in the top lane. The tier 3 in mid is below half HP. They just need the wave to arrive. Inhibitor in top lane the target, and nobody on Shopify is ready to try to stop it. The main direct engage mechanism was Seos on the Nautilus, but he's still dead for another 15 seconds, and mid lane Inhib is the target.
And that target is down. New target.
Immediately APA jumps in after Fudge. They aren't going to find the kill there, but now Contract's in danger. Has to try to hop out on the Kazakhs. Just barely survives as the Mystic Shot hits him. Impact is just a brick wall. 4 fully completed items as he immediately jumps in after the Shopify carries. Palafox and B-Boy scrambling to try to stay alive. Palafox wants to have a heroic entrance and he knocks off 3. The shutdown on Yuji is there. Core falls through, but it's APA to save the day as Contracts and Palafox can't escape, and that'll do it. APA saw Shopify about to win a fight and said, hell no! Team Liquid now going straight for the enemy Nexus. The Nexus turrets aren't going to last long. It's only Fudge to try to defend him with APA, Yawn, and Impact on the push. The Jace has no way to deal with this threat. He's already dead. The ace for Yawn and Team Liquid, 26-10. Game 2 is another thrashing, and Team Liquid will 2-0 Shopify Rebellion.